I have, for as long as I can remember, had an incredible passion for sharing music. It's just magic to me to be able to play, to be able to create music is unlike anything else. So it's an amazing thing I get to do. Hello, my name is Collin Wilson, and I'm Associate Professor of Music, and I teach jazz and music courses at Columbia Basin College. The biggest differences between teaching in person and virtually in our music program is, of course, we're not able to get together and play music. That's one of the hardest things that we have to work on to recreate in our virtual environment. So that's been a challenge, to find a way to connect and still create and produce music and projects together without being able to be in the same room. In order to create that engaging experience, we've had to think a little bit outside the box. And one of our big projects is using a local recording studio, Rainmaker Studios, to do a remote recording project at the studio. So each student could come in and record individually, hearing the other students play back on a recording to them. And we're still able to create the same type of project we would have had together. So in the studio, they only come in one at a time to record. So they'll come in individually. They'll be with the one audio and the one video engineer, although the audio engineers in the booth, the video engineers with them. And those two are in the room together. They're masked until they play. They'll perform their part, and then they leave. And the next student comes in, and they're able to hear the previous student's recordings through headphones while they record. I think the students are very excited to get any chance to play, to have that interaction, even though it's not nearly the same as playing all together. They've been very positive about getting to work on a project, to produce a piece of music, a piece of art, something. So there's the creative element, and also just, it's still a sense of connection, even though it's not quite the same as all being in the room together. It's still a lot more fun than playing by yourself at home. And another way that I'm sort of having to think outside of the box in our virtual world is to create my own home studio that's able to have all the abilities I need to teach my other Zoom courses outside of just the ensembles. So I was able to take some of our equipment here from CBC and some of my own equipment, and in one bedroom of my house I now have a keyboard with an amp, all of my, I'm a saxophone player, so I have several saxophones set up, any other instruments I might need, and then the appropriate mics to have decent sound quality over these Zoom classes, which is particularly important for music students to be able to hear clearly as I'm playing things on them for piano that they need to understand. The sound quality is maybe more important than your sort of average lecture course audio quality. So it's been a little bit of a process of figuring out how to get that high quality sound to them. One of the things I've actually enjoyed as a replacement for my history of jazz courses, the culminating project is usually a review of a live performance, which is not available. What we have are some really great artists have released videos to the public during this time, and we're using videos from Jazz at Lincoln Center, which was one of the great jazz organizations in the world, and our students are now able to review those concerts, pre-recorded YouTube videos of these concerts, and really give some great reviews of some of the best musicians in the world, which is a fun replacement because we're not able to have live music. So I think it's important to think outside the box during our virtual time, because we can't replace exactly one for one the instruction that we had live. And I think we need to be as creative as possible in order to serve our students and help them accomplish the goals they still have. I think the most important thing for students right now is to remember to communicate with the faculty members and other college staff that can help them decide what the best thing is for them. There are always more options out there than there seem to be at first, whether it's financial or academic. The communication can solve almost any problem and get you where you want to go.